The Elephants and the Mice. There was a large and beautiful city beside a lake. It had many temples and fine houses. The people who lived there were happy and prosperous. With the passage of time, the city lay in ruins. The people had fled. Only the mice in the city stayed on. They moved into the houses and temples. It became a city of mice. Soon there were more mice than ever. Generations of them, great generations and grandparents, fathers and mothers, husbands and wives, uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters, and lots of baby mice. All of them lived happily together. In a jungle, far away from the city of mice, lived some elephants. They were a large herd, and their king was a big tusker. Noble and kind, he ruled his herd well. The elephants loved him. The tusker and his herd were happy in the jungle until a great disaster befell them. There was no rain for several years, and all the rivers and tanks dried up. They had no water to drink. Far and wide the elephants went in search of water. One of them reported to the king that he had seen a city in ruins. On the other side of it was a lake. The king was delighted. He led his herd to the lake. On the way, they had to pass through the city of mice. As the thirsty elephants hurried along, they did not notice that thousands of mice were being trampled to death. The mice got together to consider the best course of action. A wise old mouse suggested that they go to the king of the elephants and plead with him. He might agree to stop his herd from passing through the city again. All the mice thought it was a good, practical idea. They went to the king of the elephants, bowed low and said, "Your Majesty, you are big and powerful. Perhaps you are not aware of the great harm done when your herd passes through our city. We are small and get crushed under your feet. Many thousands of us have already been killed and many more injured. We fear if you pass through the city again, none of us will be left alive. So we have come to request you to return to your jungle by some other way. If you do that, we shall always be grateful to you and be your friends. We admit we are small, but someday we may be able to help you." "All right, you are right," he told them. "Now go and live in peace. I will see that you do not suffer any more." Years later, the king of a nearby country wanted many elephants for his army. He sent out his men to capture as many as they could. They came to the jungle where the tusker and his herd lived. They were happy to find so many elephants. The men dug deep pits and covered them with twigs and leaves. These were traps for elephants. The king of the elephants and many of his herd fell into the pits. They tried hard to get out, but could not. The men came back. They pulled the trapped elephants out of the pits and tied them firmly. The men went back to report to their king. The captive elephants were in a sad plight. Their king was distressed to find that so many of his herd had been caught along with him. How could they escape? He could not think of a way out. It was then that he remembered the mice in the city. They had said that they would help. The tusker called his queen. She had not been trapped. He asked her to rush to the city of mice and tell them what had happened. The queen hastened to the mice. They were sorry to hear that the elephants were in such peril. "We will certainly do our best to help our friends," they assured her. Thousands of mice rushed to the place where the elephants were. With their sharp teeth, they cut through the thick ropes and finally set the elephants free. There was great rejoicing all around. The mice were happy. They were able to repay a debt. "We are friends," he said. "You were kind to us once. Now we are glad we could be of help." The mice and the elephants got together to celebrate. "This is the happiest festival of all," they joyfully sang in chorus. "It is indeed a festival of friendship between mice and elephants. Hurrah!"
Moral of the story: we should be kind and helpful to each other.